Adam, the White Hair Master. Season 2. Episode 16. We meet again to continue the story of the interesting guy Adam. In the previous episode, we met young people who are quite young. They are descendants of the swordsman of the same time as Sarah's grandfather. Through them, Sarah's grandfather got information about the hiding place of the mage who cast a spell on Sarah's sister. It was an old apartment building that had been abandoned for many years. After looking at the building from top to bottom to assess the situation, Sarah's grandfather began to turn to Adam for his opinion. Accordingly, he wanted to go inside the building alone, and Adam would stay out here with Sarah and wait for him. Of course, Adam would never agree with this idea, not always accompanied by a swordsman, so he definitely did not pass up this opportunity. In addition, despite being very strong, but Sarah's grandfather was also old, Adam decided to go with him in case of unfortunate circumstances. After some discussion, Sarah's grandfather decided to let Adam go with him inside. Before leaving, he did not forget to warn Sarah not to break in no matter what happens there. Sarah had no choice but to accept this offer from her grandfather, because she knew that if she followed, she would only get in the way of the two of them. Next, Sarah looked at the fence of the house. It was a fence with countless spikes. She wondered how Adam and her grandfather would get in. And the question came very quickly. After running a few steps to gain momentum, both Adam and Sarah's grandfather seemed to jump at the same time. The two gently crossed the fence that must have been 2 meters high. The two landed gently on the other side of the fence. Once inside, you can clearly see the desolation of this building. Something must have gone wrong for such a large area of land to be wasted like this. Everywhere, we only see weeds growing luxuriantly, proving that no one has come here for a long time. Looking at Adam's flexible body, Sarah's grandfather, although he didn't say it, had to silently praise. Not everyone at Adam's age can have a skilled body like him. After looking around, Sarah's grandfather asked Adam what weapon would he use to fight. He thought it would be unwise to face an evil mage with bare hands. While talking to Adam, Sarah's grandfather took out 2 daggers in his hands. This is his favorite weapon that has followed him since he was young. Looking at the 2 daggers in Sarah's grandfather's hand, Adam couldn't help but be surprised. Adam said that although he was taught how to use basic weapons by his master, he did not like using weapons. At this point, Adam couldn't help but wonder how Sarah's grandfather could bring this thing on the plane without any trouble. If it were him, the police would definitely not leave him alone when he walked around the city with them. Nodding to show that he understood, Sarah's grandfather stepped forward. What caught his attention were the tarps lying on the ground, although they were scattered everywhere. Still, he realized that they were not thrown indiscriminately. Sarah's grandfather reached out and pulled out a canvas to examine. As expected of Grandpa Sarah, the canvas was pulled open immediately, revealing what it was hiding. On the ground was a row of carefully drawn spells. This further proves that the evil mage is hiding here. After discovering the talisman painted on the ground, Sarah's grandfather immediately warned Adam to be very careful. According to him, the war has officially begun, which makes Adam doubtful. He has not discovered anything unusual so far. Seeming to understand Adam's doubt, Sarah's grandfather just laughed and said that as soon as the two stepped through the talisman on the ground, many interesting things would happen. Without waiting for Adam to comment, Sarah's grandfather stepped in first. Adam could only follow. After crossing the boundary, the two stopped for a moment to observe. Everything in front of them was still very normal. At this moment, Sarah's grandfather said, "It's here." This statement made Adam begin to pay more attention to his surroundings. He soon realized that there was movement around him. First, there was a rustle in the grass. Then something came out and approached where Sarah and Adam's grandfather were standing. Adam noticed and realized it was a cat, but not ordinary cats. They were zombie cats. Looking at the condition of their bodies, you can tell that they have been dead for a long time. They were originally able to walk because of the magic that was cast on them. The shape of these zombie cats is extremely scary. Almost all of them were covered in rot. Even its 2 eyes had rotted and fell out of their sockets. Upon seeing the intruders, the zombie cat let out a shrill cry. After the zombie cat's scream, another series of rustling sounds followed. From the bushes continued to appear more zombie cats. They quickly surrounded Sarah's grandfather and Adam in the middle. The two were quickly surrounded by cats, standing in a circle. Sarah's grandfather explains to Adam the origin of these cats. After being captured, the cats will be killed and enchanted to turn into zombie cats. Hearing these words, Adam couldn't help but feel angry. Being an animal lover, he could not accept this act of the mage. After witnessing Adam's abilities several times, Sarah's grandfather rated Adam very highly. He trusts him more and treats him like a true partner. Therefore, Sarah's grandfather suggested that Adam deal with these zombie cats. He would enter the building to find the mage. Although he was a little worried, Adam was pleased with this suggestion. It showed a swordsman's recognition to him, so Adam immediately accepted the offer. After discussing, Sarah's grandfather rushed in the direction of the building, running while reminding Adam about how to deal with zombie cats. Because Sarah's grandfather ran away so fast, Adam could barely hear the first words. At this time, he couldn't pay attention to all of Sarah's grandfather's words because the zombie cats had started to attack him. One thing is for sure, these zombie cats are much more dangerous than living cats. Looking at their sharp and hideous teeth, Adam knew that it would be very serious about letting them bite. These zombie cats and cats have extremely fast speeds. In just a few short seconds, some of them rushed towards Adam. If it weren't for his agile and flexible body, Adam would certainly have been pounced on by these cats. Looking at the aggressive zombie cats around him, Adam felt sorry for them. Originally, they were extremely cute animals that turned into such shapes. At this point, Adam has no choice but to destroy them quickly to free them. Adam apologized and took off his shoulder bag and held it in his hand. When fighting these extremely agile zombie cats, the first goal is not to let them get close to you. Understanding this, Adam used the bag as a weapon. He quickly blew away the zombie cats rushing towards him. Over time, the zombie cats moved faster and faster, making Adam have to resist quite hard. Although the power of these zombie cats is not significant, they have the advantage of numbers. While Adam did not have time to turn around, a zombie cat took advantage of the opportunity to rush at him from behind. There's not enough time left to turn around or step aside. Adam turned around and jerked the bag in his hand, sending it flying behind him. The bag immediately stopped the zombie cat. Just a little slower, it could bite Adam's neck. Holding the bag in his hand, Adam continuously spins it to create a protective circle to prevent the zombie cats from approaching him. But he knows that this is not an effective measure. These cats are inherently unaware of pain or fear. This can only take a little longer. While repelling the cats, Adam thought about how to deal with them definitively. If the opponent was a normal human being turned into a zombie, he could use charms to deal with it. But this time the opponent was the cats. Adam didn't know if his charms worked or not. But it had to be tried anyway. Guesswork didn't work at all. So Adam put his hand in his pocket to look for the talisman. Adam now has a special talisman to deal with the undead in Adam's hand. He immediately raised it towards a zombie cat that was aggressively charging at him. With an extremely agile and skillful movement, Adam successfully glued the zombie-suppressing talisman to the center of the zombie cat's forehead. And luckily, it worked immediately. After being hit by the talisman, the zombie cat immediately fell to the ground. From its body, a thin black smoke began to come out. When the zombie cat's body fell to the ground, the smoke disappeared. After touching the ground, it lay still because it returned to a normal corpse.